Good day, everybody. I go by the name LeafThaPlug. For those that don't know, I'm a senior consultant over at industrialaccess.com and IA Consultants Inc. And I want to give my feedback on last night's showcase, man. First of all, I'd like to give a special shout out to fella Thuggin' and Buggin', Republic Records, Def Jam Records, Young Easy from Power 5. Pretty much everybody that participated in the event last night. Definitely big shout out to IA, the plug community. There was a lot of artists in the building that really brought the A game. But I want to go over some things in regards to pretty much what the judges and what we look for, what we based it on when we making these decisions. See, the thing was, the prize was, you get $1,000 for first place and a meeting with Def Jam. Second place, you get an interview with Easy on Power 5, and then the third place was you get a meeting with Republic Records. So the thing is, man, a lot of the artists that I seen, first of all, I heard a lot of great talent, man. I heard a lot of great singles, a lot of great songs. I seen a lot of great performances. The thing is, when you looking at an artist perform, it's not just a song. So a lot of artists had banging singles, but the performance wasn't adding up. So it's like the energy you bring when you perform, it also got to add up with the song, so that the crowd could actually feel it. That's when you have audience engagement. And then there was a lot of them that probably had the energy, but they didn't have the crowd engagement, or the song wasn't really connected. So it's a lot of different components that go into it. For those that don't know, but from me looking at it from the inside, I seen a lot of artists that just had like some real good music, man, and I'm gonna shout them out. The first thing is, man, I wanted to talk about a lot of the plug members. They flew in from all over the world to come and perform at that event. I personally did not see not one artist that didn't come with the A game in regards to their performance, so I want to give a special shout out to all of them. First, I'm going to talk about MINDFRAME. MINDFRAME is an IA plug community member, straight from Memphis. And he bought it, man. He came with 2 records. He had real good cadence, showmanship, performance was good. So even if you didn't win, it was a lot of competition. It wasn't that you wasn't hot, because you definitely was hot. So I just want to give a special shout out to you, and coming all the way from Memphis. The next artist I wanted to give a special shout out to is an artist that's on the plug community by the name of ROCKETT, straight out of Philly. Another artist that came with it, great energy, good songs. Been on the plug community for a while, so I advise everybody to check him out. I definitely think he's coming for 2020. That's somebody to definitely look into. Another artist is Mel Satan, man. He's straight out of New York, man. I met Mel at a previous showcase, man, and he signed up to become a plug member, and I pretty much been navigating him from point A to point Z with his career, and he brought it, you know what I'm saying? Like, he had some great songs, some great records, good energy. Crowd was feeling him, so big shout out to him. Also wanted to talk about a young lady that I met in Atlanta by the name of Flo. So she came all the way from Atlanta, Georgia, with her family, and she very talented, man. She got a really good spirit. Performed her records, had good. The crowd was feeling it. So a special shout out to Flo. Another artist that came in, who I want to give a special shout out to, named Marcus Money. He came all the way in from Texas. Another plug community member who I've been working with in regards to navigating from point A to point Z. Marcus got a project out right now that's on Spotify, doing really well. Actually, all of the artists that I just spoke about, they got projects that's on Spotify, doing really well. A lot of them have their brands in place. A lot of them have PR campaigns in place. But Marcus have a story to tell, man. And if you get a chance, you can kind of like go by the website and look him up and check out what his story is. But he's serious, like he's not playing with it. Like, he really want this thing to pop off. Another artist I want to talk about is KELO, man. KELO came in. Special shout out to KELO and Nutso and the whole Empire Records team. I've known KELO for some years now, man, and last night, you know, he performed his record, the Global Thugs record, and certain artists you can see that they go in a zone when they perform. And KELO was one of those artists last night that I felt like went into a zone as he was performing. So 2 thumbs up to you, KELO. Keep doing what you're doing, man. And definitely gonna get a call from you. We definitely gonna sit down and put some stuff together. The next artist, man, is an artist named ROCKETT out of Miami. Now ROCKETT, man, he got a real good spirit, real respectful, really, really talented artist, fly, got swag with it. I know he had a video that I had did a campaign on that was called No Love. So y'all get a chance, y'all make sure y'all check that out. It's a really, really good record, really dope video. But he came all the way in from Miami, man, to perform and introduce himself, you know, to the New York market. And it showed love, so I want to give him a special shout out. The other artist name is Zoe ROSEGOLD. Now ROSEGOLD, Zoe, man, like she performed these 2 bangers, man. Like I can say her stage presence was on point. Like she had me rocking, all the other A&Rs was rocking, you know, everybody was nodding their head. Definitely all the ladies in the building was feeling what she was saying. So I definitely recommend that you get with me in regards to really sitting together, putting together like a real grassroots strategy for those records, because those records was dope. All right. The next artist I want to talk about is TALEE Montana, man. He's another great artist, come out of Jersey, and he brought it. He rocked it. You know, he had it packed. He brought his team out. He put his thing down. Good stage presence. Like I said, good music, but everything has to add up. You know, you need the song, you need the music, you need the audience engagement, you need the energy while you're performing. Like all of those are key points in regards to, you know, it's like in the Olympics when they giving you 8, 9, 10 perfect scores. So you gotta kind of like pay attention to all of it. It's not just the song. So we all know the record is a banger, but you know when you're doing performances, we're not just looking for the record. We also looking to see how you're going to engage with that audience with that record. Like how you're going to bring them into your world with that record. So that's another thing that I'm gonna sort of keep in mind. Now there's one artist, man. This artist name, and I saved him for last because he actually registered last. He was in my DM for a couple weeks, like just going back and forth with was he uncertain if he wanted to invest it, really come out to perform, or and then he was at the last minute he sent me a DM and he was like, look, I just registered to perform. What else I gotta do? And sent the picture in. I sent the picture out, got the flyer back, sent him the flyer. It was the show was the very next day, and he came out last night. His name is BVPWIZZ from Philly. He's also a LeafThaPlug member, and he brought it, man. He came in first place. He won that meeting with Def Jam. And like I said, some artists that perform, they just go into like a zone. And I'm gonna have some footage up of a lot of the performances, pictures and everything coming later, like recaps. But he brought it. I mean, he got in his own zone. He was in his own world. His team, everybody was just in their own world. But the crowd was able to watch him zone out. He had the energy and he had the record, and you could tell whatever he was spitting, it was something that he was like passionate about. Like you could just see it in his performance. And like like Rap said, from Republic Records, he was just like, it's like one of them in here that just like really touched me by the way he was performing, and everybody felt the exact same way. So big shout out to you, man. I'm happy to have you a part of the LeafThaPlug community. It feels really good to see that, when you really believe in yourself enough to take that risk. Beautiful things can happen, man. Like, it's not going to happen if y'all do not take the initiative to put yourself on Front Street. You cannot sit behind a computer and think, by being on Instagram and you got a hot record that everybody will know who you is. No, you got to get out. And another thing is, like, you got to be willing to invest in yourself. This is your talent. So if you are not willing to invest in yourself, the way we see it is, well, then why should we invest in you? We're not. And like you heard, most of the A&R said at the end of the night, like get your packages together. Packages mean to have your website brand developed together, have your PR campaign in place, have all of your Spotify numbers and title numbers and Instagram placements and all of that stuff in place. Show your shows, show all of that has to be in place. Like if you want to do a $200,000 deal with, let's just say, Epic Records, your brand need to look like it's worth $400,000 because Epic want to make $800,000. And I just think a lot of artists don't get it ain't just about the music. Some of them still think like, man, all they gotta do is hear my record and they can hear that, I'm a hot record. And I'm like, my man, listen, it's a market for everybody's music. I can literally say something is whack on the East Coast and that same record sell 1 million records on the West Coast. So it has a lot to do with you in today's market. Like, you're the owner of your own brand. So I want y'all to take that. Like, think of yourself like you're Steve Jobs. Your music is the iPhone. You follow me? And the key is, how do we get that iPhone onto the market so that the consumers can actually buy it? So if y'all not understanding that, y'all have to come to the table with a brand and a product that's ready to go onto the market, then you're wasting your time. And if you don't have any relationships on how to actually get the right connects from point A to point Z, DM me. I mean, I'm not hard to get at. You can get at me through industrialaccess.com. You can DM me. If any artist out there that's really, really serious about going from point A to the next level with their career, you can go to industrialaccess.com, go to that About Me page. They have a video on their page where you could actually watch it to get to know myself more and get to know the company more. And then at the bottom of it, there's a form that you fill out that says join the IAA plug community, with a description breaking down exactly what that plug community is, why it even exists. Fill out the form, and best believe, one of our senior consultants will contact you in regards to navigating. I mean, we even help you get sponsors, like financial sponsors with companies that will invest in you to help you get this stuff completed. So it's really no excuse for you not getting this stuff done. And I'm gonna tell you, man, like over the years by me doing consultant, the only artists that you will find that have a problem with things is the ones, one, if they're broke and they don't have the money, then they look for every reason to find flaws, but there's no flaws when it's authentic. That's the first thing. The second thing is that they just don't believe in themselves enough to take the risk to invest in themselves. They want somebody else to take the risk. And that's not happening in today's market. So I advise any artist that's 100% serious about their career, get in contact with Industry All Access. We work with you step by step from point A to point Z in regards to artist development. Any artist that's that's in the plug community who performed last night and they don't have everything fully completed, reach out to me this week, or you will get a phone call from me or email from me. But I advise you, like 2020 coming in, man, like it's A&R scouting season, so we can see we definitely out there looking for artists. And the thing is, it's like, have your stuff in place. Like, it's like you can't go to a bank and try to get a mortgage for a house without having the right criteria in place. Like, they don't want to see your 90-day pay stubs and your last 2-year tax return. They're not just giving you that loan because you said, look, I'm a single mom or I'm a single dad and I need a loan for my family. Okay, cool. Where's the credentials? So it's the same thing with labels, and that's the same thing with any business. Like, if I can tell you how to do it and what you need to do and how you need to do it, then the only thing is left is for you to do it. Like, I could put the mountain in front of you. I could even give you tools to climb it, but I can't make you climb it, and that's a fact. So again, I want to give a big shout out to all of the partners that participated in that event last night. All of the artists that I met that I didn't know, all of the ones that flew in from all over the world to come in there and perform their songs and be seen. I could say another thing, man, the vibe was alive. It was so positive. It was beautiful energy. It was just everything, man. So, big shout out to Showcase Kings and Thuggin' and Buggin', man, for always putting on an epic showcase for the independent market, independent artists. Follow me. And like, again, man, I go by the name LeafThaPlug. They always say LeafThaPlug, get connected, because I know I'm going to get you connected. And like I said, if you're really trying to get in contact and you're really trying to get your music career off the ground, don't really matter like if any genres of music, the firm delegate our services to. But more importantly, we delegate our service to anyone that's real serious about taking it to the next page, who want to understand how to go about it. And like I said, it's not even about the money with this, it's about the relationship, because we don't count the pennies, we count the dollars. And as you can see, everybody that you met last night was really, really genuine about helping y'all get from point A to point Z, period. And I'm signing off.